Hey you guys, what's up? I have mealybugs on my Monstera Adansonii and it is going to be a huge pain to get rid of them, but today is the day. I have put it off for way too long. It's time to take care of them. Also, I just want to mention that one thing that's really important, and this is why I found out that this guy had mealybugs, is because I quarantine all of my new plants just to make sure that there's no spider mites, mealybugs, or thrips, or anything like that, especially fungus gnats. I cannot stand fungus gnats, so I usually just hang them outside of my carport for at least 24 hours, or at a place in your home away from all your other plants so you don't contaminate all your other plants. I noticed that this one was a little bit sickly when I bought it. It had a white powdery mildew on the top of the soil, which I've heard that that's not necessarily harmful, but it is kind of concerning that it's probably not the most healthy plant. Usually that's from overwatering and not enough aeration in the soil that occurs. Sometimes it's just more unsightly than it is harmful, but I already knew I was wanting to repot this guy. There was some yellowing leaves, which that can be a sign as well. And I noticed in one of the new leaves that was unfurling, I just kind of opened it up a little bit to take a look, and that's when I saw that it had mealybugs. So I did previously to now just spray it with neem oil. I didn't go through with a Q-tip like I'm gonna do today and really get up in all of its crevices, but today is the day, and it's gonna take probably forever. So let's not waste any more time and get to it. Okay, so the first step that I'm gonna do is go through the plant with just some rubbing alcohol and Q-tips, and if you touch the mealybug and it turns sort of a pinkish brownish, then you know it's definitely a mealybug, because once that alcohol swab hits them, they do turn that color. What mealybugs look like are sort of a white cottony substance, and they like to get up in the crevices of the plants, and basically when they're babies they will crawl around. They're in the crawler stage and they'll crawl around, but once they get adulthood they will basically bite the plant and suck all of its nutrients out, and so that's when you see the little webby part. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but when you see the little web part, that's where its eggs are, and that's where the adults are at. So it's really important to try to get that Q-tip up in there with the rubbing alcohol and really just wipe them out and try to kill them. So if you don't do that, sometimes spraying them won't actually kill them all because they're up in the crevices. So today I'm going to use the rubbing alcohol method with the Q-tip first, but I already know this is mealybugs from the way it looks. And this is probably going to be a big pain, but let's do it. They like to get right up inside there, and it's basically impossible to get them. So sometimes you'll break them trying to get to them, but you can see that little cottony white substance. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So right now I am just using this little rubbing alcohol and going down each stem and just working my way around the plant to check for the bugs. I'm definitely going to want to change the soil because it seems to be that they're closer up towards the roots. Okay, so I am losing daylight, so I need to get to checking through this whole plant quickly, and I haven't really wanted to do this, I'm not gonna lie, because I knew it was gonna be a pain, but the plant really needs it. Okay, you guys, look at how big. I am finally done with going around with the Q-tip and getting in all these tiny little crevices to make sure that I got all the little mealybugs that I could out. So now I need to repot this guy and hose him down. That's gonna be the next step. So I'm gonna go over here by my hose on the other side. Also, it's starting to get dusk out and bugs come out. So we wear jackets anytime we're outside. So I gotta go put a jacket on so I don't get eaten. Okay, you guys, I got my jacket on. The bugs won't get me. I'm about to go back here. Okay, so I'm gonna take him over back behind me and I'm going to empty his soil out in a bag, and then I'm gonna hose him down for the next step. After that, we're gonna mix up a neem oil spray and I'm just gonna spray him afterwards. So then that will be it. Okay, so I'm trying to get a decent angle where you can see me because the sun is going down and it's gonna start getting darker here, but let's just take them out and see what's in the soil. So first I'm going to just take all these little, I gotta do it with my right hand. Take this little hook out. Okay, like that. Like that. Okay, so next I'm going to turn him upside down. I'm going to get right here on the ground so I can try to catch it in this bag. And it's probably important to wear a hairband too, but too late. See, it's coming out. Just gotta keep working at it. I'm getting some of it in the bag. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to use the watering. I'm going to use the hose to try to get the rest of it out. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to squirt this to try to get as much of the excess soil out I can. Okay, you guys, so now that I'm done rinsing it, I'm going to pot it up, but first I'm going to rinse the pot and just wipe it with rubbing alcohol to make sure that it's clean. I'm getting ready to wipe this thing down with rubbing alcohol. I'm just soaking my tissue right here, like that. Paper towel, I mean. And then I'm just gonna wipe it all out. So I am gonna just put this used dryer sheet down in the bottom just to prevent the soil from coming out. It needs to be used just to make sure that the chemicals aren't on it. I got this bucket of fresh soil, which just is regular potting soil with perlite. That's just what I have on hand. So but I'm just using my shovel to shove around the outside of the pot just to make sure that the soil is all down on the edges. I should have got a hairband when I went inside, but I didn't. This was such a mess. I've been putting this off, seriously. That's why the plant got so bad, because I just did not want to do this. I love doing planty things, which this is part of it, and honestly, it's plant maintenance, but I just haven't been in the mood to do it. And I knew it would take me a little while, so that's why I kept putting it off. Just gonna kind of shake it around to make sure that the soil I put on the top is going in there and that there's no holes down any of the sides that need soil. I gotta hurry up and show you guys this because it's really getting dark out here, but what I use is this triple action neem oil, and I just basically pour a little bit of that in here. I'm not really too scientific, maybe like 1 tablespoon, and a little bit of this regular Dawn dish soap. You can use like castor oil soap, but it needs to not be the scented one. I've heard it works best if it's the original, whatever the original is. So I'm just gonna squirt a little bit of this in here, a little bit of my soap, and add water to it for my spray. So let me go ahead and do that. This is a mess because I knocked this bottle over earlier. I'm doing about like a tablespoon. Then just a little squirt of the soap. That's pretty good. Then I'm just gonna add water. I just made a huge mess out here. Okay, that's what it looks like. I just kind of swish this around, and then we get to spray the plant. The bugs. I am gonna water it just a little bit to make sure to compact the soil in it, and then I'll spray it with this, and then we're gonna be done. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna spray it down if you can still see me. Let me move my fern out of the way. Okay, so I basically like to soak it. I mean, seriously soak this thing with spray. And I like to spray it at an upward angle to make sure to get up inside all of the petals. So that's what I'm doing. Also, one more thing that's important is once you've done all of these steps, you've gone through with the rubbing alcohol and the Q-tip and repotted it if it needs repotting and sprayed it down with the neem oil spray, I would suggest to keep a close eye on it, and you know, in the next couple weeks definitely continue to spray it with the neem oil spray every couple days. And if you see any more little bugs, just go back with the Q-tip. You don't have to repot it again, but definitely just check up on it because they're so hard to get all of these. That's why I'm really scared that this plant is just going to be so much trouble to try to get rid of them, just because of how the petiole is, where it meets the stem, and they get up in that crevice. So make sure you continue checking your plant once you've treated it, because I sprayed this one down. I didn't do the Q-tip method. I sprayed this one down and I didn't keep on top of spraying it down. I think if I would have kept on top of spraying it down, it probably would have gotten under control a lot sooner than now, but we're here now, so okay, that's all. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I decided to do my little outro right now because I know it's gonna be getting dark on me, and I'm scared if I don't do this right now, then it's gonna be dark and that's gonna be it. I won't be able to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please hit that bell, like, subscribe, share it if you enjoy it, and I'll be coming back at you with, I think I want to do a thrift haul video. I am obsessed with thrifting, and I love all the stuff that I got most recently from Goodwill, so I think it'll be a Goodwill thrift haul. But anywho, I gotta get to doing this, so bye y'all. Thanks.